All right, hello, Divine Feminine. We are going to get started here with a reading. What is going on with the masculine? What can you expect during this holiday season is what they want me to ask. Ace of Swords, Page of Pentacles. I have to say that for me personally, I'm not really resonating with readings right now. And I did see the High Priestess twice and the Tower in reverse while I was shuffling pre-video. So let's get some cards out here and see. Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess, Eight of Cups in reverse, Queen of Swords, Hermit. A lot of Hermit energy lately. Temperance. I'm kind of surprised it's not in reverse, but this is like recent past. Five of Swords, King of Swords. So we have a true match on the end. And look at that, mirroring each other. Eight of Swords, Six of Swords. So you have two cards of returning here. Knight of Swords, the Chariot in reverse. Interesting. They might do this in a kind of they might approach in a kind of side winder way. So I see here Sagittarius, Pisces, Earth, Air, Libra, Virgo. Door to Romance. Wow. Angel of Love. Magician in the Mirror. Double Queen of Swords. Appreciation. I do feel like with that card right there, there's a tiny bit more root chakra energy to be healed. So I've kind of had this love-hate relationship with this word healing. Oops. So I think it's like the most used word besides like patience and divine timing. All of which we see here. I think it's helpful to make it more specific. I can't get over you. I've been up all night thinking about you. I don't know what to do. You're a great friend. I'm talking about you to others. They're saying no on that one. My intentions are pure. I fucked up. Please don't go. I am ready. I am emotionally unavailable. I have these two crazy new decks. They're very interesting. I feel for a lot of feminines, because I'm feeling this way right now, that you've healed to such a point where the lack of action is annoying. Patience. Vacation. Let go. Narcissist. Earth sign. Love spell. Date night. Move on. Cycles. Manifest. I don't know, you've been kind of reading the same book over and over and over again, right? These recurring thoughts, and I talked a lot over the last month about the cocoon, and that's kind of the hermit energy, right? In order to learn to love yourself, this came up this morning as I was like meditating. you have to be alone. Like, in order to heal relationship trauma, you have to be in relationship with someone that will work on the trauma. In order to heal your self-love deficit, you have to be alone. And for some of us, we were very, very alone over the past 1.5 or 2 years. And Spirit says this was for a purpose. I feel like some of you are thinking, will I ever? It's like there may be people around you, but you don't feel connected to them. Or you may be actually alone. Or you may just not have the will to like connect to people the way that you did. It may have been you that used to initiate outings or whatever, and you just were like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to like conjure up these outings or meetings. Sorry, I'm listening and it's a lot. I'm not going to be the one that's constantly seeking. And sometimes when we do that, you know, we stop giving, or the takers kind of disappear out of our lives. There's a lot here. I wish I could understand you. They have hurt me. Don't treat me the way you do. I don't deserve it. Why am I taking them off the bottom of the deck? I'm better with my mind than my heart. Childhood trauma. I need to figure myself out. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Will you leave me like the others? Don't wait for me. People don't believe in me. I want out. It hurts so much. I can't take it anymore. Will this pain ever stop? The passion is too much. You are too nice, and I don't deserve your kindness. This is the Lover's Oracle. I'm going to link it in my store probably today. So this is what they've been like trapped in, and they were showing me the blackbirds here again. Always the blackbirds. I almost expect them to communicate initially about this. The word they're using is like foreboding, but I don't think that's accurate. There may be some shock involved in a way. Like, I don't ever want to scare anyone, but I think if this is another blackbird here, if you know that this is for you, then this is your message, right? Like, if you felt like you've gone through a period of really figuring yourself out and loving yourself more, your masculine is probably doing that now. And I feel like you've probably been getting pressure either on like your root or your sacral to communicate about things that may feel very vulnerable to you. It's like if you walked away because of a conflict or because you got triggered and there's been a period of separation or you don't know what they're feeling, there will be a period of coming back together here. But it's really interesting the way that they're kind of showing it. It's like both of you kind of feel like, I don't want to make things happen. Like, I want to speak my truth. I want to clear the air. Even now, my throat's closing up. But what do I say, and why do I feel so vulnerable about it? I've been learning a lot about spirituality, pushed you away because I was scared. I saw that one before. Thinking about making you an offer. You're so beautiful. I don't feel good enough for you. I see signs everywhere I go. I feel so much regret. I want to come back home to you. You're where I belong. I miss kissing you. I've had very vivid dreams of you. You mean the world to me. I don't want to keep hurting you. So there's a fundamental belief here that they're just not good enough for you, you know, and we know that. I think they're working on that with this Queen of Pentacles and Temperance reversed, or have been working on it. It mirrors like what you've been doing. So passion, boat, love call, healing heart, butterfly, sword in the rose. Hand of cards, soulmates, the chaser, mask, ascending. There is something here, and I really want you to align with your own inner guidance when I say it really is a time for you to decide if you have something to say, or if you're saying something in order to get something. Like, do you have something you need to say for things to be right in your mind and your heart? I think this is the toughest facet of all for twin flames, because you constantly feel like communicating, and yet most of that is the ego pushing on your wounds. At least that is my experience. There seems to be a very big need here to really look inside your heart and to see what you're still insecure about. As I said, there does appear to be something. Oh, I want to get color cards first. There seems to be something in the root chakra still. And remember, like the root chakra, so twins are connected at the sacral, and then the root chakra is all of our lowest base needs. And I do love seeing the white card here. You know, it does seem when you can speak your heart truthfully in a mature way that this new beginning will begin. But if you go too fast and you do too much without the healing, you're just going to trigger yourself and them again. Like, it is important for you to understand. Why are you bringing ritual up here, Spirit? Why are you bringing ritual up? They're wanting to make a kind of point between you as a spiritual being and then you as an earthly being, and why there's such a big gap between your unlimited self and like your ancestral trauma that's been passed down to you. I mean, I do see that they're manifesting you, even if it's just watching you. So Libra and Capricorn both came up. And we also had Justice. So I do feel like there's a rebalancing of scales here. And again, like we see the deep violet with the Atlantis energy is like correcting, wanting to correct all of this ancestral trauma that is what we get triggered by, right? So the big message that I've had coming through the last couple days is, I just saw the koi fish too. Like, learn from the past, there's always enough. And I always want to say, like, you're always enough. It's like, we don't actually create abundance, we create limitations. So the ancestral, like the spiritual, is complete abundance, and the ancestral trauma, this is such an interesting way to look at things, is the limitations that have been like basically handed down to you or put on you. Overcome any obstacle and be at home. Look at that butterfly transformation. So at the final days of Scorpio, we get the butterfly card with the 11. And then we have the fox and the lizard on the bottom. I'm feeling kind of tired now, and I wasn't before, because this energy feels very dense and very heavy. And they were showing me originally in the card down here, like this area, the moon and the stars. And there's a certain amount of mystery that happens. Like these cards right here, you see through my mask, where a lot of like, they're manifesting you. I've changed. Will you still like me? I saw your car. So things happen when you're awakened on the twin flame journey, where it gets to a point where you can't ignore it anymore. And all of us kind of go through this, although all journeys are unique. It's like, if we went through this last year or the beginning of this year, the masculine went through this now, where you can't see like 40 angel numbers or names of your person or their cars a day and not be like, this is weird. Am I crazy? What is this? Like, when spirit wants your attention, it wants your attention, and it's going to get it, and it's going to put it like right in front of your face. And they have become a lot more aware of the things they've done and wanting to change. And I know, if you're like me at all, this seems like absolutely impossible that this is true. I'm just reading the energy of the cards. It's like, you may have said to him he's psychic, or he has like whatever, something metaphysical, and he was like, no, or he dumbed it down, or he's like said something really trivial, like something like that. And you're like, no, you're like a master alchemist. You're like a high priest of Atlantis. Not everybody does this, but you know what I mean. You said something pretty far out of the ballpark. And I think he really was like, oh, this chick's crazy. But now there's a point where you can't deny the fact that, number one, you're more sensitive than the normal person. You just are. You're more sensitive. And then once you pay attention and you start looking and seeing things, you feel like, oh, I've been bewitched. But then you're like, oh no, I'm like manifesting this stuff, like, and then there's a level of regret, right? There's the 3 R's I work with, regret is one of them, and remorse. And when you become a conscious being and you understand like the one energy, then you understand like hurting anyone is like hurting yourself. And so I feel like he's connecting all the dots, right? Looking into the void, looking at his dark side, understanding, this makes a figure 8 here. And the polarity of you two. Oh, my body's getting hot. I think when you act in a way you're not proud of, and then you grow and you realize like, oh, that's really not who I want to be. Like when you're triggered and you act out, and you then you grow and you heal and you realize, oh, I really don't want to be a person that acts like that or treats people like that. If this is the energy I'm getting off of him. And it's kind of like a lot of shame and embarrassment that they could treat somebody, well, I mean, essentially themselves, but treat someone with genuine love for them in a way that's maybe worse than they treat everybody else. And that's the recognition of waking up to how you treat yourself so much worse than you treat other people. And that we deserve love more than, just as much as anybody else, right? We deserve our kindness and our forgiveness and our compassion, our patience, and all of these good things that we give to others. When we make excuses for their behavior, it's just an attempt to understand where they're coming from, right? We deserve to really, I don't even know where this is going, but it's talking about like the actual words you use with yourself are very important. And they're saying the blackbirds are messages, but also the blackbirds are these really dark thoughts and words that we use on ourselves. And it's like they've been imprinted there as a reality. So let me try to get an example. They're giving me a parental example, like when a lot of parents parent out of fear and they think, well, if I act happy with this child giving me something less than perfection, they're going to think that something less than perfection is what they should aim for. Not understanding that they're like destroying the will to try, and a lot of the time. Not everybody is like that, but most people are. If you're like constantly criticized, you're like, why should I even try? Some people become like hyper, about it, and then they try extra hard, but it's usually from a place that's very destructive. I don't know why they're pointing out this part of the shell. They're saying in a lot of ways that they're calling them blotches, but it's like these words. I guess that's what they're doing, like the black words, the blotch, they're creating a lot of energy leaks in you. And okay, I want me to get some cards. It's like you're constantly like poking holes in your own ideas and plans and feelings, and you don't need to do that. It's like, let's patch those up, right? It's kind of like you're poking these little holes in your heart, right? You're looking for other people to fill it. It's like you're looking for validation. I just saw Mary Magdalene. Looking for validation from the outside world. And to say, no, you are good enough. No, you are smart enough. No, you are clever. No, you are beautiful. No, you are all these things. And you really do know this. You know, you really do know it. But these negative words that were used on you and have now like imprinted themselves in your psyche, and this is really going deep here. Sorry, I don't usually do this deep of a reading on a collective. It's like, just erase those and replace. They're saying erase and replace with some affirmations. This is a beautiful card because this is what I was talking about in the beginning. And Nana, the Queen of Heaven and Earth, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. And again, we have these beautiful little stars in the night sky in the dark. And then this, you know, halo here. Perpetua, the saint of authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. And again, we have the book, right? The book that you keep reading. The book that you keep reading, you need to erase the words that you don't want to be. And you need to replace them with the words. They're saying it can be as simple as that. The Queen of Saintly Women. Rabia, I am service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am the eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. That's the divine feminine. Pope Joan, the pontiff of possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. Marguerite Porte, the mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. So, you know, if you truly know the truth of who you are is love, then the triggering happens because love brings up all that is unlike itself to be healed. That is from the Course in Miracles. It's a very difficult quote to wrap your head around, I think. At least I've spent a lot of time contemplating it. Like Mary Magdalene again. So let's get some advice. I'm just going to do it together because they want us together. They're saying no piles today. I hope that served you. And they're saying don't make it hard. Just try to bring awareness to the words that you use or the thoughts that you use when something doesn't go your way. That's when they show themselves. Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity, like I was saying. We're sensitive. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. The divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Lady Nada, heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. And then we have Bridget again, divine feminine, inner strength. Move back to wholeness. So wholeness means healing. Recognize that you have the power. Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. And again, we have the stars with all the connections in them. Okay, he's come out a lot, so I think we've got his message in the past. Okay, let's do crystals. It's a lot of angelic energy around us right now. Herkimer Diamond Dreams. Hiddenite, Gratitude. Gratitude practices are really good. Beautiful, the Soul Connection Crystal. The Master Teacher card, Lovers. Azurite, Expanded Awareness. And Selenite, Spiritual Awakening. So beautiful cards. Lots of past life energy there. Do dragons. Fire and Water Dragon enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and to move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected. Have fun. Omega Dragon. Harness the divine feminine power of creation. Oh, wow. Those are like the two most powerful cards in the deck. Intention, hold your vision. Birth a higher consciousness. Source Dragon. Attunes you to the infinite. Be still. In the silence, magic can happen. Be in the moment. And then we have the Golden Orange Dragon. Expand your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior. Help those in need. Remember your magnificence. And the Royal Blue and Gold Dragon with that Sword of Truth. And we'll get a couple of messages. And if you like this message, if you like, you know, and want to support the healing of the collective, you can put 333 in the box. Also, if you would like a little prayer said or to be included, you can put little prayer hands or just include me. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and it will all work out. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. My beloved. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for your life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith it will all work out for the best. Romance. Cupid arrow strikes. Thank you so much, Divine Feminines. It's such an honor to read for you, and I really appreciate your support. And, oh, it's 3303. All right, bye for now.